Mackey Motors pregame show. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City. And we're coming to you live here from the Gatorade broadcast booth distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. We've got ESAC and Carroll softball coming up for you here tonight, again on Kick 106.7. Raiders coming into this one. They are 2-10 on the season, 2-4 right now in the Twin Lakes Conference. They have dropped 8 straight, playing better than their record indicates. And in fact, last night led until late in the game in a 7-4 loss to Sioux Central. For the Carroll Tigers, they come in at 9-12 on the season, 0-9 right now in the Raccoon River Conference. They have dropped 1 straight, falling last night to North Polk 10-2, very much like ESAC County, playing better, I think, than that record indicates.
All of those words have kind of just...
Jansen will come in to run. I'll give you
Cubbies.
Kind of rallying and then having some issues late, giving up 5 in the bottom half of the 6th inning, and that loss last night. So we'll step away, take a break. We'll be back with more of our Mackey Motors pregame back in 1 minute right here on Kick 106.7.
Local athletes.
Mackey Motors pregame show. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City. Jeff Blankman with you here tonight, along with Tyler Bruner out running our video production here this evening. As Tyler, of course, is monitoring Tyler is running our video. You can find that tonight on our Carroll Broadcasting YouTube channel. Go to Carroll Broadcasting Sports Network. That's what you search on YouTube to be able to pull it up. You can also find it on sports.1380kcim.com. Speaking of monitoring, we've got Tiff back in the studio doing that here this evening. She's monitoring this game and the game going on over on KKRL tonight, as we've got Nick Brinks calling the Kemper and Atlantic baseball game that is going on next door. Right now, thanks to Drew Derrickson for the update here. Kemper softball on top 3-0 in their game going on against Atlantic up at the Little League softball fields here this evening. Beautiful night for softball. Got a few clouds kind of rolling into the area right now. There are no chances of rain tonight, but what those clouds have done is kind of taken some of that sunshine and some of that heat and minimized it a little bit. Otherwise, it is a warm day out right now. 81 degrees outside of the KCIM studios in Carroll here today and tonight and here at the Ball Diamond. But it's going to be a really nice night for softball. Hardly any breeze, so the flag out in center field is blowing just a little bit from right to left. We'll step away, take a break. We'll come back, take a look at our starting lineups. That's coming up in 1 minute right here on Kick 106.7.
At New Way Ford in Coon Rapids and New Way Auto in Jefferson, we make your vehicle buying experience stress-free. Our sales team will help determine your vehicle needs
To fill all your building needs. From project design and estimating to friendly advice, we can't wait to be part of the process for you. Wall Lake Lumber, with locations in Wall Lake, Lakeview, Odebolt, and Carroll. We're not your grandpa's lumberyard.
Did you know if you experience a sports injury, Loring Hospital in Sac City has an experienced team to get you back in the game? With the team approach at Loring Hospital, our physical therapists can provide you the one-on-one personalized rehabilitation you may need. At Loring Hospital, we will help athletes of all ages be the safest and best they can be. For more information, call Loring Hospital in Sac City at 712-662-7105. Loring Hospital, your family health center.
Mackey Motors, a pregame show. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City. Coming to you live here from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Do want to give a shout out to Western Iowa Networks as well for supplying the Wi-Fi and internet for us here tonight. That allows us to run our studio computer from here off an iPad. Also to bring you that live video with our audio broadcast that Tyler Bruner is out running tonight. So thanks to Western Iowa Networks for that. With Western Iowa Networks, you get more speed when working from home, more movie time with family with no buffering, and more savings when locking in your price for up to 2 years. Call or text 712-775-2946 or go to their website at westianet.com for more details. Beautiful night for softball again. Want to take a moment here to send out some thoughts and prayers to a dear friend of mine, a guy that has done a lot of radio with me in the past and hopefully will do much more when he steps away from coaching. But to Steve Nutzman, the head coach from ESAC, not available to be here tonight, for him and his family, hopefully everybody gets well soon, and we are thinking about you. And Carroll Broadcasting appreciates you and everything you've done for Carroll Broadcasting and for ESAC Sports and Wall Lakeview Auburn Sports over the years, Steve. So again, a shout out to you and your family. Taking a look at our starting lineups here tonight. First of all, for ESAC County, leading things off will be their left fielder Emerson Mack. Batting second is the center fielder Mary Bontrager. Over at shortstop, batting third is Meredith Brown. You've got the pitcher Cammie Ross hitting in the cleanup hole. Catching, batting fifth is Jamie Pierce. Out at second base, batting sixth is Jen Ashinger. The first baseman Macy Gustafson will hit in the number 7 hole. The third baseman Kendall Quirk hits eighth, and Gracie Snyder will bat number 9 tonight and play out in right field. For the Carroll Tigers, under head coach, of course, Ryan Gallegos. He is assisted by Brock Jones and Chloe Gallegos. They'll lead things off with their catcher Parker Adams. Batting second is the left fielder Brielle Henners. Out at second base, batting third is Ava Gross. The center fielder Josie Ayala, her third game back. She ran one night, played center field last night. She is back playing center field tonight since that hand injury before the season. She will play center field and bat cleanup. Batting at fifth and playing shortstop Vanessa Ayala. The pitcher Cameron Chable is hitting in the number 6 hole. Batting seventh out in right field Avery Burke. You've got the third baseman Michaela Coffrin hitting in the 8 hole. The designated player Emma Kuhlman hitting ninth, and Alyssa Brandt over at first base and not batting here this evening. And again, for the Raiders tonight, Cindy Wilkie is going to be their head coach. Eric McCullough will be working as their assistant coach here this evening. Carroll is 15-7 since 2009. 10-4 since 2009 in this matchup between ESAC County. Carroll had won 4 straight, but ESAC won last year 15-7, the final score in that ball game there. We'll step away for our national anthem. We'll have, again, at first pitch of ESAC Raiders at Carroll Tigers softball. That's coming up for you after this 3-minute timeout right here on at Kick 106.7. They can provide you with vehicle graphics,
one of the best.
At New Way Ford in Coon Rapids and New Way Auto in Jefferson, we make your vehicle buying experience stress-free. Our sales team will help determine your vehicle needs with options and features that you desire. Our finance team will explain financing terms and options best for each customer. Our service team is always here for you, from our Oil Changes for Life program to our exclusive warranty forever. We work to keep your New Way vehicle going long after the sale. Stop by and let our family help yours get into the next car, truck, or SUV.
Family owned and operated since 1948, Quant Auto Salvage is the area's best full-service scrap facility. Whether you are looking to sell scrap iron, vehicles, or batteries, or you need to locate that difficult-to-find part for your vehicle, they have what you need. And if it isn't in stock, they can locate it with their nationwide parts database, or you can pull it yourself at their You Pull It. Quant Auto Salvage. They sell the best and recycle the rest on Kitty Hawk Avenue in Carroll.
One of the best kept secrets in Carroll is JP Flooring. I was looking to replace the floor in a couple rooms at home. It can be super overwhelming with all of the options available. I popped by JP Flooring and was super surprised and impressed with the showroom and selection. I had no idea how extensive their product lines were. They have a designer on staff that helped me narrow down what I was looking for. When you change your floors, it changes the whole character of a room. I used their product visualizer and could literally see in advance what the styles would look like in my room. I totally recommend JP Flooring in Carroll.
The door to rewarding career opportunities is closer than you think. All you have to do is open it. DMAC's Carroll campus is your gateway to in-demand, rewarding careers. You can even earn a 4-year degree on campus, thanks to a partnership with UNI and Buena Vista University. It's all waiting for you at the DMAC Carroll campus. So open the door to a better life at DMAC in Carroll today. DMAC, life's calling.
From footings to framing to finish. For farm, home, or commercial, for more than 90 years, Wall Lake Lumber Company has been proud to help our communities grow. With 4 convenient locations and one of the largest building material inventories in the area, we are sure to be able to fill all your building needs. From project design and estimating to friendly advice, we can't wait to be part of the process for you. Wall Lake Lumber, with locations in Wall Lake, Lakeview, Odebolt, and Carroll. We're not your grandpa's lumberyard.
The expertise you don't just need, but deserve. Domino Motors, Sac City's ideal Chevy and Buick dealer. Good luck to all the Raider teams this season. We are coming to you live here from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Joe Blankman with you tonight. Tiffany back in the studio. Tyler Bruner out running our video package tonight, which is powered by New Way Ford. Do want to give New Way Auto Group down in Coon Rapids a quick shout out for sponsoring Sports on the Go with me and giving me a vehicle to drive to all the sporting events I've been covering over the last year plus. The New Way Auto Group feature vehicle is a used 2018 Ford EcoSport SE, about 22,000 miles on it. It's 29 miles per gallon on the highway. It's a 4-wheel drive. For more details, you can call New Way Auto Group at 800-861-7268 or check out the Carroll Broadcasting website for a picture with more details. Sports on the Go with me, Joe Blankman, powered by New Way Auto Group down in Coon Rapids, home of warranty forever, and your home for free oil changes for life. Emerson Mack of East Algon County set to lead things off here tonight. We head to the top of the first. She'll be followed by Mary Bontrager and Meredith Brown. Quick update. It is Atlantic leading Kemper in baseball 2-0 next door. That one over on KKRL. They're headed to the bottom half of the second inning. Mack having an outstanding year, coming in hitting .462 with 3 doubles, a triple. She has driven in 7, has done a really good job in that leadoff role. Cameron Schabel in the circle tonight for the Tigers. We'll tell you a little bit more about the junior here coming up after this first pitch. There's a chopper foul behind the plate, and the count is 0-1. Schabel making her 9th start of the season. This is her 16th appearance in the circle. She comes in 3-3 with 46 innings pitched, 77 hits, 57 runs. 46 of those are earned. Her ERA is at 7.00. She has struck out 28, walked 38. 0-1 pitch is a pop-up. That's drifting out into right shallow field, and that's going to drop into the circle. You had Burke, you had Gross, and you had Josie Ayel all giving chase, and Emerson Mack going to get the leadoff single. So a runner on first base here to open things up for Esac County. That'll bring up the center fielder, Mary Bontrager. The junior comes in, hitting .353 with an RBI on the year. Does a really good job when she gets on base. Has got really good speed. Mack as well, a good base runner, 2 for 2 in stolen bases this year. Bontrager looks to bunt her over, but the pitch will miss outside, and the count is 1 ball and no strikes. The rest of the numbers here on Cameron Schabel, she has hit 5. Our walks and hits per innings pitched are 2.50, and opponents are batting .374 against her this season. That Raccoon River Conference is a dynamite conference. That pitch will miss. Nope, going to catch the outside corner, and the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. It looks like our home plate umpire going to be kind of delayed sometimes on his calls, so might have to wait a moment to see if it's a ball or strike. Not that he's doing a bad job. He just took a moment to call that one. Pitch on the way. In there for strike 2, and the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Parker Adams getting the start again behind the plate. Alyssa Brandt over at first, Ava Gross at second, Michaela Coffrin at third, and Vanessa Ayala is the shortstop. Bontrager will step out, takes a look at the numbers on her wrist, steps back in, and we're ready to go. We'll give you that Carroll outfield here in just a moment. Pitch on the way inside, and the count evens up 2-2. Emerson Mack again down at first base. For the Tigers, you got Brielle Hinters out in left, Josie Ayala in center. Avery Burke, who had been starting in center, moves over to right field for the Tigers. That sun has dipped behind some of the clouds that are out to the west, so some shadows now over the field. There's a swing and a miss, and Shable will get her first strikeout here this evening for Shable on the season. That is strikeout at number 29. You look at that Raccoon River Conference this year, Carroll is 0-9 in the conference, 9-3 against a pretty darn tough schedule outside of the conference. So that tells you how good that Raccoon River Conference is. As Meredith Brown will step in. Brown comes in, just a tremendous athlete at ESAC, hitting .486, 5 doubles, a home run. Takes the first one in there for a strike. Ball going to get away from Adams. Throw down to second. Not in time as Mack in just ahead of the throw. Count going to go to 0-1 on Brown. So a runner now in scoring position. With a runner out at second base and one out. Scoreless here in the top of the first inning. Cammie Ross, the pitcher, waiting on deck for ESAC County. Pitch on the way, chop back. That's going to be off the glove of Shable. It's going to roll out towards short, and Brown runs well enough to be able to beat that one out. Mack stays on at second base. There's going to be runners now at first and second with the one out, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Cammie Ross. Ross comes in hitting .343 with 3 RBI. Big situation for the Raider pitcher here in this first inning. Chance to base hit here, scores at least one. With the way Brown runs, could score 2. Give herself a little bit of cushion heading into that first inning. Pitch on the way. That one is in there for a strike, and the count is 0-1. Tigers' defense has been solid, very solid this year. Like all defenses, they have some nights where they're not real crisp. Sometimes they've had an inning maybe where they've struggled a little bit, and you're going to do that in that Raccoon River Conference. One pitch, the changeup misses, and the count runs to 1-1. ESAC, of course, in the Twin Lakes Conference. You always have Newell Fonda in that, so you're always going to have some really tough teams in that conference. Raiders, I think they'll make a move in that conference as the year goes up. Nice knockdown by Adams. Runners go, throw down to third, and just in ahead of the tag is going to be Emerson Mack. Moving up to second on the play is going to be Meredith Brown. Count runs to 2-1 now on Cammie Ross. We do have Jeff Storyhan in the house tonight. Longtime photographer here in the Carroll area. Has been shooting high school sports in this area since the mid to late 1980s, and he'll get those pictures up for you tonight. There's a ball going to get away from Adams again. Mack going to come in to score on the pass ball. And ESAC County has taken a 1-0 lead. Moving down to third on the play is Meredith Brown. Count's going to run to 3-1, actually 2-2 on Cammie Ross. So that's one that I'm sure Parker Adams would like to have back. 2 balls and 2 strikes right now the count. Shable trying to get out of some trouble with a 1 out, 1 run in. Pitch on the way. That one is called strike 3 on Ross. So second strikeout of the inning and of the ball game for Cam Shable. Shable now with 30 strikeouts on the season. That's going to bring up the catcher, Jamie Pierce. Pierce coming in, hitting the ball extremely well. She's got a 500 average coming into tonight. Does have a home run. Has driven in 3, so there hasn't been a lot of runners on base in front of her a lot this year. And the pitch on the way. There's a swing and a miss, and the count is 0-1. Pierce gets the role of trying to replace Bree Beckman, who had a tremendous 4-year career. Actually, 5-year career. Saw some time as an 8th grader for the Raiders. Kind of the same thing with Parker Adams behind the plate and having to replace Chloe Gallegos. Pitch on the way. There's a swing and a miss. Throw down to third. Back in safely is Brown. 0-2 the count now on Pierce. Jen Aschinger is waiting on deck. Motor and player of the game coming up following the ball game tonight. Motor Inn of Carroll, your premier Toyota, Chevy, and Buick dealership for everything from sales to service to parts and collision. 0-2 offering up from Shable, misses up top. Tried to get her to chase that rise ball, and Pierce able to lay off on it, and the count will run to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mack reached on a single that dropped into the triangle. Mary Bontrager then struck out. Meredith Brown reached on a ball that glazed off of the glove of Cameron Shable in the pitcher circle, and Cammie Ross then struck out. There's a base hit out to right field. That'll score a run. Really good piece of hitting on a tough pitch on the inside part of the plate. Pierce used a nice inside-out swing to drive that one out into right field, and that'll score Brown. And the Raiders have taken a 2-0 lead here in the top of the first inning. That'll bring up Jen Aschinger. Ryan Gallegos now down talking right now with his catcher, and also Cindy Wilkie down talking right now with the home plate umpire. I think we're going to get Addison Ealer, a terrific young athlete, or Anna McCullough, it looks like, maybe number 12 coming out there. McCullough, outstanding athlete as well for East Sac County. She's going to run as the courtesy runner over at first base, so Anna McCullough on. And, of course, the daughter of Raider head football coach Eric McCullough, who's in the first base coach's box here tonight. And also guy that's helping out. We're having a little discussion here. They made Jamie come back out of the dugout. I think they're trying to double check her number here. She's wearing number 20, if I can see correct, or is that a 30? And I think that's a 20 on the roster that they gave us, that I think, so that she might have a wrong uniform number. She's wearing 30, and it was the roster, the lineup I got had her as a 20, so I'm sure that's what the home plate umpire right now is probably discussing. And I'm sure that's probably what Coach came out of the dugout for Carroll High for as well. Jay Brown, who's the bookkeeper for East Sac County, out talking right now as well. And I think they're going to say that they're good to go here. That'll bring up the second baseman, Jen Aschinger. Aschinger coming in, hitting 167 on the year, a double and 7 RBI on the season. The Raiders lead it here 2-0 with McCullough on over at first base. And his mom, of course, is Angie McCullough. A lot of people know Angie as well. Eric was the head football coach at Wall Lakeview Auburn when I first came here. And then when Wall Lakeview Auburn and Sac City combined to make East Sac County, he took over that role there and has done a nice job with that program. $6-0 now, Kemper, top of the third. Pitch on the way from Schabel. And that is going to be taken in there for a strike. And the count is 0-1 now on Aschinger. Aschinger coming out off an outstanding track season this last year. Really ran well in some of the relays for East Sac County. A 1 offering coming up. It's on the way. There's a chopper over to third. Coffrin will scoop, fires over to first to DeBrant. And that will do it for the Raiders here in their half of the first. But they pick up 2 runs. They get it on 3 hits. There was no errors, and they leave 1 runner left on base. We'll head to the bottom half of the first inning. It's a 2-0 East Sac lead. We're back in 1 minute here on Kick 106.7.
How durable is your roof shingles? Can your roof handle extreme conditions? Check this out. Look what happens when you ball up a shingle. Pound out at some, our competitor's shingle are ripped up and has fallen apart, while a Brink shingle, well, has easily held its own. If you're looking for a roof that comes with a lifetime guarantee, get a second opinion today. Call Brinks Exteriors at 515-789-ROOF. We won't break the bank. Call the roof pros at Brinks Exteriors, 515-789-ROOF.
This is Iowa, and Avela Bank has called Iowa home since 1870. With 17 locations across the state, we're proud to be part of your community. Right now, you can open an Avela Bank Simply Free checking account for you or your business and get a new debit card immediately. We'll even buy your old bank's unused checks. Stop by or visit us online to see how we're making better banking available for you. Avela Bank, member FDIC.
Coming to you live here on the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. We head to the bottom of the first inning. It'll be Parker Adams, Brielle Hinters, and Ava Gross due up for the Carroll Tigers. They're facing Cammie Ross, who's making her 5th start of the season. This will be her 17th appearance on the circle this year for East Sac County. She is 0-1, has thrown 5 innings this year, so given up 10 hits and 17 runs. 5 of those are earned. Her ERA at 7.0. She has struck out 4, walked 9, hit 3. Her walks and hits per innings pitched are 3.80, and opponents are batting .263 against her so far this season. Taking a look at that Raider defense, Jamie Pierce behind the plate, Macy Gustafson over at first, Jen Aschinger at second, Kendall Cork at third, Meredith Brown getting the start again at shortstop tonight. The outfield, Emerson Mack in left. You've got Mary Bontrager in center and Gracie Snyder getting the start out in right field. Parker Adams will step in. Adams having a great year, 389, 3 doubles, a home run, 11 RBI out of that leadoff spot. Don't normally see catchers hitting in the leadoff spot, but you do with Parker Adams. And she'll take that first pitch for ball one. Adams will step back in against Ross. And the pitch on the way. It's going to be a changeup. That'll miss up top. And the count now 2 balls and no strikes. Really nice crowd on hand here tonight. So thanks to everybody coming out and cheering on their local high school kids. Always nice to see people giving those young people some support. 2-0 pitch misses up top, and the count 3 balls and no strikes. Sun beginning to shine again here as it's peeked out from behind some of the clouds. So shortstop, third base, left field are the ones that are hindered the most by the sun at this time of the night. Outruns now to 3 balls and 1 strike on Parker Adams. Ross looking at her wrist to get the information on what pitch Coach Wilkie would like her to throw here tonight. Coach Gallagher's holding the scorebook up over his eyes as there's a pitch on the inside corner from Ross, and the count evens up now, or goes to a full count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Brock Jones, the assistant coach, up in the first base coach's box. 3-2 pitch down in the dirt, ball 4. So the Tigers will get the leadoff runner on here tonight. We'll see if Coach Gallegos, and I'm anticipating him having a runner. And it is going to be Brenna Goins that is going to come in to run over at first base. Goins was playing in the JV game tonight and slid in and kind of tore herself and her pants up in that game, but got herself all wrapped and bandaged up, and she said she is good to go here tonight, so she is going to run right away here in the ballgame. And that's going to bring up now Brielle Henners. Henners hitting .424, a double, a triple, and a 4 RBI on the year. Henners swings that really good left-handed bat. Pitch on the way, squares around to bunt, does not go. Goins got a pretty good lead off of first. Giving her a look that time was Pierce, but does not make the throw. The count runs to 1 ball and no strikes. Hitter steps back in. Pitch on the way, runner goes. Goins going to be in there as that ball squeezes away from Pierce. The count runs to 2 balls and no strikes. So a runner in scoring position with nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning for the Tigers. Ava Gross, of course, waiting on deck. She's had a great year this year. Just a junior, but taking over some of that leadership role. Pitch on the way, misses inside. And the count 3-0 right now on Henners. Raiders got 2 in the top of the first. Tigers threatening here in the bottom of the first to get at least a 1 on. Got a runner at second and the very speedy Brenna Goins. Brielle Henners at the plate with nobody out. Pitch on the way, taken for ball 4. That's going to get away. There's going to be a throw down to third. The tag in time to get her. Coach Gallagher's arguing here, saying that they got the tag up on the calf, but the umpire out on the field going to make the call. So the walk going to be the second one issued here as Henners will move down to first, but out on the play, 2-5 is Goins. And that will bring up now Ava Gross. Gross coming in, hitting .361, 3 doubles, 2 triples, 4 home run on the year, and 13 RBI. The junior will step in. First pitch from Ross going to miss outside, and the count 1 ball and no strikes. And right now, if you're Carroll, you're probably going to be fairly patient at the plate as Ross struggling a little bit here early, getting used to a new circle and new pitcher's mound, and struggling to find that strike zone here consistently against the first 3 batters. There's a swing and a miss. Runner goes. Snap throw down to second. Covering on the play was Aschinger, but in with the stolen base is it going to be Henners. Brielle now is 11 of 13 and at stolen bases this year. The pitch taken for a strike, and the count is 1-1 on Gross. She swung and missed at that one. 1-1 pitch on the way, up top. And they count 2 balls and 1 strike. I will head down to Neola tomorrow night with the Kemper baseball team. I'll have that for you. That'll be our only broadcast of high school sports tomorrow night. We do have Carroll Merchants baseball with Jeff Honnold tomorrow night. And then Thursday night, Tyler Bruner and I are both down in Audubon. Pitch up top in the count 3-1. I'll have the ICAM Manning at Audubon baseball game. He'll have the ICAM Manning at Audubon softball game. We'll have that doubleheader for you. Again, coming up on both KKRL and Kick on Thursday night. Then Friday night, Nick Brinks will have Carroll at Boone softball coming up for you. That one postponed from earlier this season. There's a chopper over to third. Scooping is at Cork. The throw is just off a line. Reaching on the air is going to be Gross. Moving down to third on the play is going to be Hinners. So the first error of the ball game will go against the Raider defense, and that's going to bring up the center fielder, Josie Ayala. Ayala looking for her first hit of the season, but last night was her first game in the field this year. Again, injured a hand and a finger before the season started in preseason practice, and finally got healthy enough. She was a pinch runner here a couple of nights ago, then played last night. What a player she is. She'll square around, takes the pitch outside. Taking that second base on the play is going to be Gross. Ava coming into tonight and done a really nice job stealing bases. Remains perfect on the season. First pitch misses to Ayala. The count is 1 ball and no strikes. The Tigers with runners now at second and at third. 1 out here in the inning. Pitch on the way. It's going to be in there for a strike, and the count runs to 1-1. The only out, again, was Brenna Goins being thrown out over at third base. That was a bang-bang play over there. So Ayala will step back in. Vanessa Ayala is waiting on deck. Kemper baseball team on the board. Down 2-1. Chopper foul down the third base side. That one squeezes past Quirk, gets out into left field, but that was in foul territory pretty much off the crack of the bat. And the count now 1-2 on Ayala. Josie again heading to play volleyball in college, but a good enough softball player. If she would have wanted to play softball in college, she would have been able to do that as well, but her love of volleyball is what she is. Now there's the potential, as that breaking or that changeup misses up top, count runs the count to 2-2, that maybe after a year she could try to play both. And I know she's talked about maybe trying to do that, but wants to get through that first year of volleyball and see what it's like. Pitch on the way. That's going to be downstairs, and the count 3-2. I know the Simpson softball coach has reached out to her a couple of times. Braille Hinners at third. Ava Gross out at second. Really good speed on the base pass right now for the Tigers. 3-2 pitch coming up from Ross. There's a chopper. Meredith Brown will scoop. The only play is over to first, and unable to squeeze it in is Gustafson. So Ayala will reach on the air. The run will come in. She'll pick up an RBI on that one as Hinners comes in to score the first run of the ballgame for the Tigers. Gross will take third, and it's a 2-1 ballgame. Well, that is going to be an unearned run given up here by the Raiders, and that is going to bring up Vanessa Ayala. Vanessa coming into tonight hitting .240, 4 doubles, a home run, and 6 RBI. Vanessa missed most of last season, pretty much the whole season, with an injury, but what a tremendous young lady this young lady is. She has battled so many injuries throughout her high school career, and you know, you're so happy to see that she made it down to state and track this year and got an opportunity to throw down there in the discus and had very good success throwing a personal best down at the state track meet. Now off to a really good start here in softball this year. Pitch in there for a strike, snap throw down to third. Quirk will knock that one down. The count is 0-1 on Ayala. And Josie moves up to second on the play. So Tigers again with runners at second and third. 1 out here in the inning. And the pitch on the way. Fly ball out towards right center field. And that's going to be trouble giving chases. Bontrager just beyond her outstretched gloves. That'll score 2 as Vanessa digs in with a double. And the Tigers have taken a 3-2 lead on the 2 RBI double by Vanessa Ayala. First hit of the ball game for the Tigers. Josie had to wait, so did Ava, to make sure that one wasn't going to be caught. Cameron Shable now steps in. Shable coming in, hitting .232, 6 doubles, got a triple and 11 RBI on the year. Pitch on the way to the Tiger pitcher. Is in there for a strike, and the count is 0-1. Cam, of course, a junior. Both of these teams have a mix. ESAC, just one senior in the starting lineup. Carroll with a few more than that, a little bit more of a veteran ball club. There's a swing and a miss. Shable taking an offer at a pitch up and in. And the count is 0-2. Alyssa Brantis, senior, Brielle Henners, Josie Ayala, Vanessa Ayala, all seniors on this Carroll team. That's just the starter, so a little bit more of a veteran team. Pitch on the way. That was the changeup. It's going to be fouled up the third base side and out of play over by the Aquatic Center, and the count will remain 0-2 on Shable. Avery Burke is waiting on deck. See some of our typical fans sitting in their lawn chairs out there along the street, up on the road there. Pitch on the way. There is a chopper out toward short. Brown will scoop the throw over to Gustafson in time. For the second out, she looked Ayala back as that ground ball was towards second base. So Vanessa not able to move on the play. 2 outs here in the inning, and that's going to bring up the right fielder, Avery Burke. Burke coming in, hitting 300, a double, a triple, and at 6 RBI. I was out here early this afternoon around 1:30 getting some of my equipment set up, and Avery was already here, and she was out taking fly balls out in right field. So this is a young lady that definitely puts the work in to get herself better. First pitch taken up top, and the count 1 ball and no strikes. Brown shading her eyes out there at shortstop as the sun again has peeked back through. A little bit of shadow over third, but Quirk in the sun playing third base. Pitch misses up top, and quickly Burke is out front, 2 balls, no strikes. Michaela Coffrin is waiting on deck. ESAC got 2 top of the first. Carroll has come back, scored 3 here in the bottom of the first. They lead it by a score of 3-2. Runner out at second, 2 outs. There's a swing and a miss. And the count is 2-1. That time Burke got the head out in front, and I think that might be what Coach Gallegos is telling her. She had her head down the third base line on that swing. She was trying to crush one there. Certainly has got the power, but she's also got really good track speed. So for her, she could put the ball on the ground and try to beat it out as well. That pitch misses up top. Looked like a rise ball. And the count is 3-1 now on Burke. Wind has picked up a little bit, blowing out towards center field just a little bit right now. Again, there's no chances of rain in the forecast until tomorrow, so about a 30% chance of thunderstorms tomorrow, but should be a pretty good day for some baseball and softball tomorrow night. There is a ball 4 to Burke. Third walk given up here by Ross. Runners now at first and second. 8th batter of the inning for the Tigers will be their third baseman, the junior Michaela Coffrin. She comes in hitting .333, 6 double, and at 9 RBI on the season. Don't forget to tune in to KCIM Sports Rewind every Tuesday morning on at 1380 AM, 95.1 FM KCIM. Jeff Blankman, myself, I should say, and Jeff Honnold, along with John Ryan. We chat about all of the high school teams that we cover, and of course we talk a little Carroll Merchants at this time of the year as well. Kind of take a look at what's gone on over the last week and also what's coming up. Pitch on the way. There is a chopper foul, and the count quickly 0-2 on Coffrin. Baseball and softball pairing should be out probably tomorrow, Thursday, maybe at the latest, hopefully anyway. I'll try to get those put together as quickly as I can. I'll be leaving for Neola early tomorrow afternoon, so probably won't get to them tomorrow unless they come out early enough. That pitch will miss, and the count now 1-2 on Coffrin. Baseball playoffs for the smaller schools will get underway on January 30th. Baseball and softball will go July 1st as well. And at July 2nd, pitch on the way. In the dirt, runner's going to move as that one gets away from Pierce. So Burke up to second. And Vanessa Ayala down to third. Count now 2-2 on Coffrin. Emma Kuhlman, the DP, is waiting on deck. Full plate umpire cleaning off the plate a little bit here. Quirk now almost all in the shadows down at third base, so that sun beginning to settle behind the press box just a little bit, but Brown still battling it. Same with Mack at short and left field. Pitch on the way. Called strike 3 on a beautiful changeup. First strikeout for Ross, and that will do it for the Carroll Tigers here in their half of the first. They pick up 3 runs. They get those at 3 runs on 1 hit. There was 2 ESAC errors, and they leave 2 runners left on base. Tigers are on top here, 3-2. We'll head to the top of the second inning. That's coming up in 1 minute here on Kick 106.7.
Being a part of a team is not only fun, it can give our students a sense of identity and help them develop long-term relationships. This is Dr. Nate Luth, Next Generation Chiropractic. Student athletes, make sure you are taking care of your body before, during, and after the game. Proper warm-ups and cool-down are vital to staying on the field or court, and having regular chiropractic appointments can help reduce the risk of injury. Stay in the game by taking care of your body. Good luck to all area student athletes this season. Let's stay healthy and have fun.
St. Anthony Regional Hospital, the regional leader in healthcare, dedicated to improving the health of the people they serve. At St. Anthony Regional Cancer Center, you'll find the convenience of cancer and oncology consultation and treatment in one convenient location. At St. Anthony Clinic, you'll find a team of doctors and nurses that care about you and your family's health. St. Anthony Clinic is devoted to comprehensive health care for people of all ages. For every stage of life, always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
Update here on the College World Series as there's a chopper back up the middle for a base hit by Macy Gustafson on the first pitch here in the top of the second inning. Arkansas up on Auburn 8-0, thanks to Rich Stoffers for that one. That is after 4 innings, really pulling for Arkansas. If Oklahoma can't win the College World Series this year for the Big 12, I'd love to see Arkansas win it. I know that most people don't like the SEC, but Dave Van Horn is a guy that I've got a lot of respect for, the head coach down at Arkansas. So it'd be nice to see him get that national title. There's a swing and a miss by Kendall Quirk. Quirk comes into tonight, hitting 200 with a double and a 2 RBI. You're listening to high school softball coverage here tonight on Kick 106.7 KIKD Lake City, Carroll. Pitch on the way from Schabel, swung on a miss, snap throw down to first, and they're going to get Gustafson leading off at first. Great throw by Adams and a great tag as well by Bryant. 2-3 for that putout. So the base is empty now for Esac County with one out here in the top of the second, and the count is 0-2 on Kendall Quirk. Quirk, just a freshman, very good young athlete for this Raider program. She's going to be good for them in a lot of different sports. There's a chopper foul. They're going to call no, swing and a miss. To throw down to first is not going to get there as Brandt that time colliding. And she's kind of jogging around a little bit. I think either the ball got her, but I know her and Quirk collided with each other off of the throw from Adams. But Brandt says that she's okay. I think they're going to check with her here real quick. Ava Gross going over to check on her. So Quirk will strike out. That'll be the third strikeout. But she is going to reach first base. And that'll bring to the plate now the right fielder, Gracie Snyder. The sophomore comes in, hitting .429, a couple of double, 4 RBI on the season. So Snyder will step in. Raiders have gotten the first 2 runners here in the inning on, but only 1 runner on right now with an out because Parker Adams showed that arm and picked off Gustafson over at first. First pitch will miss to Snyder, and the count 1-0. Kemper takes the 3-2 lead over Atlantic over on the baseball field. Could hear the roar of the crowd. It took a glance up at the scoreboard. They're now on top 3-2. That one in the bottom, it looks like, of the 5th inning. Pitch on the way. In there for a strike, and the count is 1-1. And again, the home plate umpire doing a really nice job tonight, but very delayed on his strike and ball count, especially that strike count. So got to wait just a moment to see if he's going to call the pitch a strike or not. 1-1 pitch on the way outside, and the count 2 balls in 1 strike. Again, you can watch and listen to the game here tonight. I got Tyler Bruner standing just outside the press box here with our video package, which is powered by New Way Auto Group down in Coon Rapids. And you can watch and listen to the game by going to the Carroll Broadcasting Sports Network YouTube channel or checking out our website at sports.1380kcim.com. Thanks to all of our video sponsors, as well as our radio sponsors. We've got a lot of both, so we thank everybody for sponsoring. 3-1 the count right now. There's a chopper foul by Snyder, and the count runs to 3-2. We'll see if Kendall Quirk takes off over at third. Quirk has not stolen a base yet this season, but like I said, a good athlete and has really good speed. So with a 3-2 pitch, but there is 1 out. So if you're the Raiders, you worry about maybe the strikeout, throw him out. Does not go, and there is going to be ball 4. So Snyder will walk. First walk given up here this evening for Cameron Schabel. And that'll bring up the top of the order in Emerson Mack. Mack singled her first time up, stole second, stole third, and then scored on a pass ball. Teased Emerson a little bit tonight when I went down to the dugout to get lineups and talk with Coach McCullough and Coach Wilkie. She kind of indicated that she doesn't like doing interviews and she wouldn't know what to say. So I told coaches to make sure they send her up here. Pitch on the way. That one is going to be in there for a strike, and the count is 0-1. My reasoning for that is I told her the only way you get better at interviewing is to be interviewed. So you got to get that experience and get that first interview in so you get comfortable with it. I think she will do fine if she comes up. The 0-1 pitch. Beautiful change up by Schabel in there for strike 2. And quickly Schabel on top here. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, top of the second inning. Kenda Cork at second. Gracie Snyder on over at first for East Sac County. The batter, Emerson Mack. Pitch on the Y. Came back with a changeup. Misses outside. And the count is 1-2 on Mack. Kemper up now 4-2 over there on the baseball team, on the baseball diamond. Nick Brink's calling that game for us tonight on 93.7 KKRL. Pitch on the way. Misses outside with a fastball. And the count evens up now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Schabel tried to get her to chase one on a changeup that just missed outside, then came back with a fastball that just misses outside. Pitch on the way. Chased one. That one's going to be grounded out towards Gross. She'll field it, scoop, and flips it over to first base for the out. Ava knew she had to charge on that one because Mack runs well. Quirk will move down to third. Snyder up to second. 2 outs now here in the inning, and the batter is Mary Bontrager. Bontrager struck out swinging her first time up. Bontrager comes in hitting .353 on the season. Of course, Mary's dad, Todd, sitting right down here in front of us. Her sister, Josie, there as well. Todd, of course, the head boys basketball coach up at East Sac County. First pitch on the way to Mary is going to be downstairs for ball 1. Bontrager, a junior, has had a really nice career. Really kind of came into her own in basketball this last year. Probably had the best year of her career. You could tell she started to feel like she could take more shots and was more aggressive on the offensive side. Had been more of a distributor up to that point of her career. She'll chop that one over to third. Coffin will scoop. Bontrager runs well, but they get her by a half a step for the final out of the inning. Nice play by Coffin. Raiders threaten here in the second, but come up empty. They get no runs. They get that on 1 hit. There was 1 Tiger error, and they leave 2 runners left on base. Well, ahead to the bottom of the second inning. Carroll on top here, 3-2. Back in 1 minute on Kick 106.7.
Family owned and operated since 1948, Quant Auto Salvage is the area's best full-service scrap facility. Whether you are looking to sell scrap iron, vehicles, or batteries, or you need to locate that difficult-to-find part for your vehicle, they have what you need. And if it isn't in stock, they can locate it with their nationwide parts database, or you can pull it yourself at their You Pull It. Quant Auto Salvage. They sell the best and recycle the rest on Kitty Hawk Avenue in Carroll.
How about this?
It's going to work.
I think so too.
American Family Insurance wants to help you bring your dream home to life. New homeowners can save an average of 22%.
American Family Insurance.
For details, contact Nicole Unken at Nicole Unken Agency. Call 712-792-1262 or stop by 412 Highway 30 today.
Emma Kuhlman leads things off for the Carroll Tigers as we head here to the bottom half of the second inning. Tigers on top 3-2. Count 1-0 right now on Kuhlman. Pitch on the Y. That one just misses inside, and the count 2 balls, no strikes. It'll be Kuhlman, Parker Adams, and Brielle Hinner. So 9-1-2 due up for Carroll as we head here into the bottom of the second inning. Motor Inn player of the game coming up following the ball game here tonight. There is a chopper up the first base side. Ross will field. The throw to first is in time. Nice stretch by Gustafson and a really good play by Ross to hustle and get that one. 1-3 on the putout. And there is a 1 out here in the inning.
On the way, catcher number 4, Parker Adams.
So Parker Adams will now step in. Adams walked her first time up, was eventually thrown out. Her Brenna Goins, who was running for her, was thrown out trying to get down to third on what started off as a pass ball. That pitch going to be up top, and the count 1 ball and no strikes. What a gorgeous night for softball here tonight. Summer just getting underway, and we're getting some of that summer weather. Temperatures were near 90 earlier today. That pitch down in the dirt, and the count runs to 2-0. I love days like this. I'm a summer guy. I'll take summer over winter and any other time of the year. I love sports in every season, but I like warm weather. I'm a shorts and t-shirt guy. So there's a ground ball right past the pitcher. Scooping it up is Aschinger. She'll make the play over to first. 2 up and 2 down for the Tigers here in the bottom of the second inning. That'll bring up Brielle Henners. Henners walked her first time up, eventually came in to score after stealing second base. She was the first run of the game for the Tigers. So Henners will step back in. Talked to Brielle a little bit when I got here tonight. She was walking in front of me and says that she feels like she's been in a little bit of a slump here lately and was hoping to break out of that here tonight. I kind of teased her and said, I wish I could have had a slump and still been batting .424. So that tells you the year she's put together up to this point. 1-0 pitch in there for a strike, and the count is 1-1. Mary Perkins in the house here tonight. There's a pitch that's going to miss up and in. And the count now 2 balls and 1 strike. Addie Clucky also sitting down here in front of me. 2-1 the count, 2 out, nobody on. Bottom of the second, Henners at the plate. Cammie Ross in the circle. That one misses up and in, and the count 3 balls and 1 strike now on Henners. Henners again walked her first time up. Sometimes just getting yourself on base a few times is kind of a big thing to try and get yourself going. When you feel that you're in a little bit of a slump, pitch on the way. Taken outside for a 4-pitch walk. That's the second time tonight that she's had a 4-pitch walk. 4th walk given up here in the ballgame from Cammie Ross, and that'll bring up the dangerous Ava Gross. Gross reached on an error her first time up, stole second, and then came in to score on a double from Vanessa Ayala. So Gross will step in, righty-righty matchup here. Pitch on the way, taken inside. That'll squeeze away from Pierce, and Henners going to move up to second on the pass ball. Count is 1-0. Looking forward to getting a chance to head down and watch Kemper baseball tomorrow night. That matchup with Tri-Center is going to be a good one. Tri-Center ranked in 1A. Kemper a really good 2A ball club, just sitting outside of the rankings. Pitch on the way. There's a chopper foul. And the count now 1 ball and 1 strike. Told Josie Ayala here tonight that it felt like I'd been a while since I've gotten a chance to see the Carroll softball team here. And then this is my first opportunity this year. Actually, it's my second. I did see ESAC softball against Kemper earlier this year, but it's the first time broadcasting an ESAC softball game this season. Pitch on the way. There is a chopper foul, and they count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, this is the first summer. We did it the COVID summer, but this is the first summer in the 19 summers that I've been in Carroll that we are covering the regional schools during the regular season. We'd always just done just Carroll and Kemper during the regular season, then picked everybody up during the postseason, but this year covering everybody during the regular season, so it's been a little busy. There's a ground ball over to first. Gustafson, though, unable to squeeze it. Now the run going to come in because there was nobody at home. Pierce went up the line, and nobody covered home, so Brielle Henners going to come in and score on the play. Good division that time by Coach Gallegos, and Henners, who never slowed down. Gross reaches on the air. Gustafson just didn't squeeze that one in. She knew that Gross ran well and tried to pick it up as she was heading towards first and just didn't quite get the ball squeezed into her glove. So an error here will score a Tiger run. That'll bring to the plate now Josie Ayala. Pitch on the way to Ayala, up and in, and the count 1 ball and no strikes. Ayala reached on an error her first time up. Raiders now with 3 errors here on the night. And they've given up 4 runs now. To 1 of them so far has been earned. That's been one of the things. It's been a little bit of a bugaboo for this young Raider team this year. Pitch in there for a strike. Runner goes. Gross has the ball bounce off of her out into center field. Bontrager's throw down to third, not in time. So Ava Gross takes second on the stolen base, takes a third on the air. And the count will go to 1-1 now on Ayala. Tigers have another run sitting down at third. And Ava Gross, after the slide, takes a little walk up the third base side, talking with Coach Gallegos out there. I think he's double checking to make sure she's okay. Slid into the bag. Doesn't seem to be limping or anything, but that's a player you certainly don't want to see get injured. For one, she's a terrific athlete. Number two, she's just a good kid and a hard-working kid. I know that she studies game film to try and get herself better, likes to watch how she's swinging at the plate and kind of critiques what she needs to do to get herself better. So you like to see that kind of dedication out of a young lady, and that's part of the reason she's one of the leaders of this year's Tiger team. Pitch on the way to Ayala, flied out towards deep center, drifting back is Bontrager, and the junior will make the catch up for the final out of the inning. But the Tigers push a run across the board. They get one run. They get that run, one run on it. No hits. There was a one error, and they leave one runner left on base. We're through two complete. Carroll on top of ESAC here by a score of 4-2. We're back in 1 minute here on Kick 106.7.
At New Way Ford in Coon Rapids and New Way Auto in Jefferson, we make your vehicle buying experience stress-free. Our sales team will help determine your vehicle needs with options and features that you desire. Our finance team will explain financing terms and options best for each customer. Our service team is always here for you, from our Oil Changes for Life program to our exclusive warranty forever. We work to keep your New Way vehicle going long after the sale. Stop by and let our family help yours get into the next car, truck, or SUV.
Visiting the Paco Credit Union was the thing that started all this.
We had a lot of student loan debt, low credit scores for bad decisions we had made in our younger years.
We thought it was the point where you could never come back from it. We've always wanted to own our own restaurant, so I just kind of floated the idea like, oh, I found this food truck.
I was like, yeah, let's try it. Dupaco helped us so much with just putting everything together.
Definitely life-changing for us.
What we have right now would not have been possible without Dupaco Credit Union.
We welcome you back here on Kick 106.7, coming to you live here from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Quick shout out to New Way Auto Group, sponsoring Sports on the Go with me and giving me a vehicle to drive to all the sporting events I've been covering over the last year plus. We'll tell you about that New Way Auto Group feature vehicle coming up here in a moment. Meredith Brown will start things off, takes the first pitch outside for ball one. Brown will be followed by Cammie Ross and Jamie Pierce. 4-2 Tigers with the lead. That New Way Auto Group feature vehicle is a used 2018 Ford EcoSport SE. 22,000 miles, 29 miles per gallon on the highway. It's a four-wheel drive. Call 800-861-7268 for more details. Sports on the Go with me, Jeff Blackwood, powered by New Way Auto Group, home of warranty forever, and your home for free oil changes for life. Pitch on the way outside, and the count is 2 balls and no strikes. Brown singled her first time up, stole second base, and then came in to score the second run of the ball game. That back in the first inning for the Raiders. ESAC got both of their runs in the first. Tigers got 3 runs in the first, 1 in the second. Pitch on the way. There's a foul ball out of play up the first base side. That one over the dugout out near the batting cages, and the count is 2-1. Kemper baseball going on here. Carroll softball, ESAC softball here. We had a swim meet going on next door. If you didn't get here early, it was tough to find a parking spot here this evening. Pitch on the way. There's a swing and a miss. And the count even up now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. See Elizabeth Lloyd from the Glidden Ralston softball team here in the house tonight. 2-2 pitch coming up from Shable. She's starting to saddle in, misses outside, and the count 3 balls and 2 strikes. Shadows over most of the field. Hinter still out in the sun out there in left field. Vanessa Ayala still battling that sun when it shines. Right now behind a cloud. There's a pitch behind Brown. So Brown will be on for the second time here tonight. That'll be the second walk given up by Shable. And that'll bring to the plate the pitcher, Cammie Ross. The sophomore comes in hitting .343 on the year. She struck out looking her first time up. Brown, a very good base runner down at first. Just one of two in stolen bases, but runs well. Has been a really good 400 hurdler in her career up at East Sac County. Pitch on the way. There is a little one hopper, and it's going to be a, well, let's see here. What are they going to call? Brown stepped back on first base, and they're going to call a double play. So it's going to be, both are going to be out. So Alyssa Brandt, it was a kind of a low liner that short hopped to Brandt right in front of the bag. She grabbed it, stepped on the bag, then tagged Brown. So she got the force out and the tag out. So that's going to be a 3U double play. And there are two outs here in the inning. And it'll bring up now the catcher, Jamie Pierce. Pierce singled her first time up. Anna McCullough come in to run for. Jamie had an RBI as she knocked in a run and knocked in Meredith Brown. She'll take the first pitch for ball one. Been covering high school sports over 20 years. I've seen a lot of strange plays. That 3U's, I think the first 3U I've seen all season, or all the years that I've been covering. Certainly my first one this year. There's a foul ball. That one looked like it was going to come back up towards us. Thought maybe Ron was getting his glove out next door, but ends up hitting off the top of the fence and staying out in the field of play, and the count's 1-1. Ron, were you going to glove that one if it came back here? Okay. No. 1-1 pitch. There's a swing and a miss. And they count 1 ball at 2 strikes. How many years, Ron, have you been doing PA for Carroll softball? Since 1997. He's in the room next door, but we can hear each other. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch coming up, misses outside. They count 2-2. Don't forget, we've got Jeff Story on in the house tonight. He's up the third base side right now taking pictures. Of course, those pictures are free to download. They'll be available on the Carroll Broadcasting Sports Network social media sites tonight, as well as on, I'm thinking tonight might go either with Mackey Motors or it'll go with Jeannie Kirchhoff. There's a swing and a miss by Pierce. That'll be a strikeout. 4th one of the night for Shable. Final out of the inning for the Raiders. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left for the Raiders, top of the third. We'll head here to the bottom half of the third inning. Carroll on top 4-2. We're back at a minute here on Kick 106.7.
At the Present Company, we will help you transition your home and wardrobe with the changing seasons. Hi, this is Andrea. Whether you're looking to get warm and toasty this winter or it's time for a light and airy lift this spring, shop our collection of boutique-style clothing, gorgeous accessories, and purses. Add personal style to your home with unique home decor pieces that will warm your rooms from wall to wall. Infuse your home and your wardrobe with style from the Present Company in Audubon.
One of the best kept secrets in Carroll is JP Flooring. I was looking to replace the floor in a couple rooms at home. It can be super overwhelming with all of the options available. I popped by JP Flooring and was super surprised and impressed with the showroom and selection. I had no idea how extensive their product lines were. They have a designer on staff that helped me narrow down what I was looking for. When you change your floors, it changes the whole character of a room. I used their product visualizer and could literally see in advance what the styles would look like in my room. I totally recommend JP Flooring in Carroll.
Welcome you back here on Kick 106.7, coming to you live here from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Jeff Blankman with you here. Thanks to Tiffany back in the studio, monitoring this game and the game over on 93.7 KKRL. And thanks to Tyler Bruner. He is running our video package here tonight. If you want to watch and listen to this game, you can go to YouTube, search Carroll Broadcasting Sports Network, and you can pull up our live video with our live audio broadcast, and things are matched up well. You get to see our TV-style commercials that Mr. Bruner, went out and videotaped and produced most of those, not all of them, but produced the vast majority of those and did a great job. So we appreciate his effort. He's probably sitting out there going, oh my God, Blankman's giving me a compliment. If you know me well, you know I have a history of teasing people a little bit, and Tyler catches the brunt of some of those, jokes in the Kick studio. So we head here to the bottom of the third. For the Tigers, it'll be Vanessa Ayala, Cameron Shable, and Avery Burke. ICAM Manning softball losing tonight 13-1 in 5 innings. Thanks to Joy Gross for that update. Ayala steps in. She double driving in 2 runs her first time up. And the first pitch on the way is taken low and inside, and the count 1 ball, no strikes. Esac scored 2 again in the first. Carroll came back with 3 in the bottom of the first, a 1 in the second. Tigers leading it here by a score of 4-2. Cami Ross getting the start in the circle tonight. Macy Gustafson getting a night off for Esac County with a non-conference game. Cameron Shable getting the start for the Tigers. Her and Alyssa Brandt kind of bounce back and forth starting. 2-0 the count right now on Ayala. 2-0 pitch up top. 3 balls and no strikes right now on Vanessa Ayala. Thanks again to Western Iowa Network supplying the internet access for us here tonight. And again, that allows us to be able to run the game with a iPad plugged right into our studio computer and also the video package. We'll give you some details on Western Iowa Networks. There's going to be ball 4. Of course, you get more speed, more working from home, more movie time with family with no buffering, and more saving with locking in your internet price for 2 years. Call or text 712-775-2946 or go to westianet.com for more details. So thanks to Western Iowa Networks. Ayala again walking. 5th walk of the game given up here tonight for Vanessa Ayala. That'll bring up Cam Shable. Shable grounded out to the shortstop her first time up. Looking to get her bat going. Last year had a great year. She'll square around, reaches out into the left-handed batter's box and boxes and bunts that one foul. The runner, Vanessa Ayala, was going on the play, trying to move her up into scoring position, and the count runs to 0-1. Again, tomorrow night I head down to Neola, home of Tri-Center High School. I'll have Kemper at Tri-Center Baseball. Jeff Honnold will have the Merchants game tomorrow night. Pitch on the way, that one in the dirt. And the count 1-1. I want to give a shout out to Honnold. I tease him a lot too, and rightfully so. That's just kind of the way our friendship goes. But he's called most of our Merchants games on the radio for us this year. That gives Nick and me and Tyler and stuff a day off sometimes on a Sunday, as we still have Tyler and I still have to write stories for the Merchants games. But it gives us a day off from calling games. I'm pretty much out 4 to 5 days out of the week calling games, and then at a weekend tournament usually on Saturdays. So nice to be able to have a day where I don't have to go call a game. So thanks to Jeff for helping out and, calling most of all of the Merchants games this year. Tyler had one, I had one. But I'll be doing one, I think, next week. And then again on the 4th of July. So I'll get 3 of our 8 Merchants games in before the playoffs. But if it wasn't for Jeff, either Tyler or I would probably, or Nick would have to call all of those Sunday games. Shable took that foul ball off of the ankle and now taking a little bit of a walk up the third base side with Coach Gallegos. Just trying to walk that one off. Sometimes you foul that one off the foot. And there she threw some dirt on it. I know in Cam, she's probably got a smile on her face. Even though she's in some pain, she just grabbed a handful of dirt and threw it right down on her foot. I wonder if that's Mom, Ashley, who's sitting down here in front of me, or if that's Dad. I saw Dad in the stands. Yeah, there he is. There's Steve sitting right down here. So I don't know if that's Ashley or Steve that, taught her to throw the dirt on your foot. 2-2 the count right now on Shable. Change up. Not there. Throw down to second. Not in time as Vanessa Ayala in with the stolen base. Count runs to 3-2 on Shable. Ayala now 2 of 3 in stolen bases so far this year. Good throw that time by Jamie Pierce. That changeup was real close to a strike. Pitch on the way, misses inside for ball 4. So 2 walks to start the inning by Ross. Puts runners at first and second. And the batter will be Avery Burke. She walked her first time up. Now Jamie Pierce, the catcher, going out to talk with her pitcher, Cami Ross. Kemper extends their lead to 5-2. Olivia Rowetter coming on to run over at first base.
Nobody down. Right fielder number 15, Avery Burke.
So she'll run as a courtesy runner for Cam Shable. Burke will step in again. Walked her first time up, moved up to second on a pass ball, then was stranded there. So the righty will step in. And the pitch on the way. Squares around, offers on the bunt, not able to get it down. And the count is 0-1. That was a nice pitch by Ross that time, low and away, and really made Ross step out and try to get to that one, but unable to do so. Pitch on the way, misses inside. And the count now 1-1 on Burt. Motor Inn player of the game coming up following the broadcast. Motor Inn of Carroll, your premier Toyota, Chevy, and Buick dealership for everything from sales to service to parts and collision. I'll get a picture of that player of the game. There's a chopper up the middle. That'll be a base hit. That'll score at least a 1 run. Rowetter will hold up at second on the RBI single by Avery Burt. Tigers extend the lead to 5-2. First earned run given up here tonight for Cammie Ross. Just the second hit of the ball game for the Tigers. We're here in the bottom of the third, but they've done a nice job taking advantage of some ESAC errors here tonight and the 6 walks. As Michaela Coffrin will step in, she struck out looking back to end the first inning. She squares around the bunt, bunts it foul back behind the plate, and the count is 0-1. And McCoolman is waiting on deck. Hear the crowd roaring over on the baseball field. I think Kemper maybe just came up with a play defensively because they're out in the field right now. Atlantic does get on the board, though. It's 5-3 in the top of the 6th. There's a pitch going to miss outside. Both runners going to move up. Get that ball squirted away from Pierce. And the count runs to 1-1 now on Coffrin. Check out the website, sports.1380kcim.com. Tyler Bruner and I will type up a recap stories on every single one of the baseball and softball games tonight. That pitch misses inside, and the count now 2-1 on Coffrin. We'll type up recap stories with full stats that we get from the coaches. We do that every night with every sporting event that happens, even in the spring when we have 46 different teams between golf, soccer, tennis, and track that compete. So it gets to be late. We'll hopefully have stuff up by 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. Pitch misses outside, and the count runs to 3-1. And, of course, you can always catch the scores and some of the stats. I try to bounce around and give different names and different stats in each of the different 3 sportscasts in the morning. So you'll get different stats from different kids each sportscast. Ball 4 called. And that is going to be the 3rd walk here of the inning. And the 7th given up by Ross here tonight. That'll put runners on all 3 bases right now, and that's going to bring up Emma Kuhlman. Kuhlman grounded out to the pitcher her first time up. Looks like Cindy Wilkie coming out of the dugout. Don't know if we'll get a pitching change at this point or if she's just going to have a conversation. Cindy again, right or left arm in a sling, filling in for Steve Knutsman here tonight. Quick shout out to Angie McCullough, who's listening here tonight as well. And it does look like we are going to get a pitching change. So we'll step away, take a break. We'll let you know that pitching change when we come back right after this on Kick 106.7.
Midwest Wholesale is your local building products headquarters. We have everything you need for your smaller home improvements to the building of your home or commercial building. We pride ourselves on giving you top-notch service, quality products with competitive prices. So whether you're a do-it-yourselfer, a contractor, or you just need a little help on a project, Midwest Wholesale is a one-stop resource for all your building needs. Midwest Wholesale, how you want it, when you want it, where you want it, we deliver.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business, from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
People want and deserve more comfort, efficiency, and reliability, both in their homes and places of work. Dries Company will be there to meet these challenges, whether we are designing a new system or servicing your existing equipment. We are a rapidly growing company that strives to meet and exceed all your expectations. No matter if you are looking to buy new appliances or need the help from one of our certified technicians, we are here for you. We pride ourselves in our installation and service. Dries Company, servicing the Carroll area since 1933.
There we go. Got everything working again. McKenna Steiger, our pitcher, lost our connection for a second, so we had some dead air. McKenna Steiger is our new pitcher here for East Sac County. Steiger, a freshman. Pitch on the way to Kuhlman. The count is a 1-1 now here on Kuhlman. Steiger making her second appearance this year. She's thrown 1 inning, giving up 2 hits and 1 run. It was earned, her ERA at 7.0. Struck out 2, walked 1. There's a chopper foul down the line. Her walks and hits per innings pitch are 3.0. And opponents are batting .333 against her so far this season. Steiger, an outstanding basketball player for East Sac County. Gave them some really nice minutes off of the bench this year. She's out in front now, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nobody out, bases loaded, bottom of the third, pitched down in the dirt. That'll be ball 2. Right now for the Tigers, you've got Rowetter over at first, Burke at second, and Coffrin on at first. Pitch will miss a low and inside. And the count runs up full now on Emma Kuhlman, top of the order, and Parker Adams is waiting on deck. There's a fly ball out towards left. Mack will settle under it. She'll make the catch. That'll be the first out, tagging in. And coming in to score, they do make the throw at home, and that is going to allow the runners to move. Burke was going to stay at second. Coffrin was going to be at first, but the throw home allows a run to come in to score, or the runners, I should say, to move up. The run had already come in to score in Olivia Rowetter.
Catcher number 4, Parker Adams.
And that'll bring up now Parker Adams. Adams tonight has walked and it grounded out to second. 6-2 in favor of Carroll. 3 runs in the first, 1 in the second, 2 now here in the third. Got a chance to add more. And the first pitch misses to Parker Adams, and the count 1 ball and no strikes. Tigers got a chance to maybe blow this one open a little bit here. Base hit here scores at least 2 more, and that one in the dirt. Nice job by Pierce to kind of bobbled that one after it hit the ground, but was able to squeeze it in. Some roar from the crowd over. Kemper scoring some runs over there on the baseball diamond. There's a fly ball again out to left. Mack will drift in, makes the catch. They're going to tag the runner. The throw going to come to the plate. It's up the first base side just a little bit. And coming in to score with that track speed is Avery Burke on the sac fly RBI from Parker Adams. 2 outs here in the inning, but another run for the Tigers. Their 7th here in the ballgame.
Left fielder number 5.
Moving down to third is Coffrin, and that is going to bring up Brielle Hinders. Hinders has walked twice tonight and scored twice. She does have a stolen base. Tigers with 3 runs here in the inning. Pitch on the way. Going to be taken outside for ball 1. And those 2 runs credited to Cammie Ross. Michaela Coffrin is still would be credited to her if she scores. The first batter that Steiger faced was Emma Kuhlman. She's done a nice job since coming in. Has gotten a couple fly balls. I know some runs have scored on it, but she's gotten 2 outs on fairly routine fly balls out to left field to Emerson Mack. 1-1 the count now on Hinders. Pitch on the way. There is a shot. That's going to be a base hit. That'll drop in front of Mack. Brielle Hinders, the lefty, gets the RBI single out to left field. Third hit of the ball game here for the Tigers. First against Steiger, and that's going to bring up Ava Gross. Gross has reached on an error twice tonight and has scored once. Pitch on the way, and that one is going to get to the backstop. Hinders will move to second on the wild pitch. And And the count is 1 ball and no strikes on Gross. 8th batter of the inning for Carroll. They batted 8 batters in the first inning. Batted 5 batters in the second. Now 8 batters again here in the third. Pitch on the way from Steiger. Popped up. Mack will drift in, makes the catch near the foul line out in left field, but that'll be the final out of the inning. Tigers, though, push 3 runs across the board. They get those 3 runs on 2 hits. There was no errors, and they leave 1 runner left on base. We're through 3. Carroll on top of East Sac County by a score of 8-2. We're back in a minute here on Kick 106.7.
At Carroll County Solid Waste, we deliver environmental services, such as recycling opportunities. You'll find our blue recycle containers at the park, the ball field, on Main Street, and at many summer events. We also have portable event recycling stands for you to borrow, free of charge for your summer gatherings. So while you're out enjoying the summer fun, look for us. We've got your recycling needs covered. We're Carroll County Solid Waste, delivering environmental services together.
Can your roof withstand golf ball size hail? Ours can. Check it out. As you can see, our Brinks roof has stood up to the test with 0 damage. As for our competitors, well, theirs did not. Is your roof worn out or needs repair? Know that not all roofers and shingles are created equal. If you need honest feedback whether your roof needs to be repaired or replaced, get a second opinion. Call the Roof Pros at Brinks Exteriors, 515-789-ROOF.
Call or text 712-775-25 or 2946 or go to westianet.com for more details. Thanks to Tyler Bruner. He's standing out on the landing right outside of the press box here, 0-1. Count no balls and 1 strike. Ashinger will be followed by Macy Gustafson. There's a swing and a miss, and the count is 0-2. Gustafson will be followed by Kendall Quirt. Shable taking her time out in the circle. Pitch on the way. And that one is going to miss, and the count runs to 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes coming up for you here. Pitch on the way. There is a pop-up. That one's going to land on top of the press box here, and the count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes. Appreciate everybody tuning in here tonight on Kick 106.7. We're coming to you live here from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. 1-2 pitch misses, and the count runs now to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brandt in front of the bag over at first. There's a little nubber off of the fist. Brandt's going to pick it up, and it tags out Ashinger as she goes by. That one looked like it was going to go foul, and then Brandt did a really nice job. Kind of waited for Ashinger to almost get to her, then reached down, picked it up, and tagged Brandt as she went, or excuse me, tagged Ashinger as she went by for the first out, and that'll bring up Macy Gustafson. Gustafson singled her first time up, was picked off over at first base, so she is 1 for 1 here tonight. And the first pitch on the way is a swing and a miss, and the count is 0-1. 7-3 Kemper baseball up right now. That game looks like it's still in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Knights have pushed 2 runs across the board in the bottom half of the inning. Pitch on the way downstairs, and they count 1-1. Esac got their 2 runs in the top of the first. Carroll has come back, scored 3 in the bottom of the first, 1 in the second, and then scored 3 runs in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Actually, 4 runs, excuse me. There's a line shot base hit. That one's going to be up the middle. And that'll be another base hit for Macy Gustafson. That'll be the 5th hit of the night here for the Raiders. That'll put a runner at first. It'll bring up Kendall Quirk. She struck out swinging her first time up. It did reach face first base and then ended up being stranded over at third. So Quirk will step in, the third baseman, come in hitting 200 on the year, takes the first pitch outside for ball one. Gustafson has not stolen a base this year, so not going to run. And I think with the way Parker Adams has thrown the ball tonight behind the plate, Esac hasn't run much against her. Pitch on the way. Quirk squares around, pulls the bat back. There's a throw down to first. Back in safely as Gustafson. The count runs to 2-0 on Quirk. That Quirk name's been pretty synonymous with ESAC girls sports here over the last, 5-6 years. Shea Quirk. Nope, going to catch the inside corner, and the count is 2-1. Both of them two are really good athletes, and I think Kendall's got that ability to do that as well. They're not sisters, but still same school district and same last name. Pitch on the way. There is a pop-up. Shable calling everybody off. Now Adams calls her off and makes base side. That'll be the second out here of the inning. And that's going to bring up Gracie Snyder.
2 down, right fielder, number 13, Gracie Snyder.
Snyder tonight has walked back in the second inning and was eventually stranded out at second base. So Gustafson still on over at first. Knights get a base hit out to left field over on the baseball field. There's a chopper over towards Brand. Alyssa will scoop, steps on the bag. And that is the final out of the inning. Alyssa Brand, of course, headed to Grandview for softball next year. For the Raiders here in the fourth, no runs, one hit, no errors, and one left. We'll head to the bottom half of the fourth inning. Carroll leading over at the top of the Raiders by a score of 8-2. We're back in a minute right here on Kick 106.7.
The door to rewarding career opportunities is closer than you think. All you have to do is open it. DMAC's Carroll campus is your gateway to in-demand, rewarding careers. You can even earn a 4-year degree on campus, thanks to a partnership with UNI and Buena Vista University. It's all waiting for you at the DMAC Carroll campus. So open the door to a better life at DMAC in Carroll today. DMAC, life's calling.
This is Iowa, and Avela Bank has called Iowa home since 1870. With 17 locations across the state, we're proud to be part of your community. Right now, you can open an Avela Bank Simply Free checking account for you or your business and get a new debit card immediately. We'll even buy your old bank's unused checks. Stop by or visit us online to see how we're making better banking available for you. Avela Bank, member FDIC.
We head here to the bottom half of the fourth inning. Josie Ayala will lead things off, followed by Vanessa Ayala and then Cameron Shable. McKenna Steiger in the circle now for Esac County. First pitch in there for a strike, and the count is 0-1. 0-1 pitch misses outside, and the count runs to 1-1. Ayala tonight reached on an error and scored in the first, then flew out to center in the second inning. Pitch on the way, taken downstairs for ball two. Again, we'll have our Motor Inn Player of the Game coming up following this broadcast tonight. Motor Inn of Carroll, your premier Toyota, Chevy, and Buick dealership. There's a foul ball back out of play up the first base side. And the count is 2-2. See Riley Noggle and Caitlin Aiden in the house tonight. A couple of young Carroll athletes. Riley, of course, a great volleyball player and track athlete. And Caitlin had a really good track year as well and an outstanding basketball season. As a freshman, there's a base hit out to right center field, just under the outstretched glove of Jen Ashenker, as that one was hit somewhat back up the middle. First hit of the night tonight for Josie. That's going to bring up Vanessa Ayala. Vanessa double driving in 2 runs in the first, walked and scored in the third, also stole to second base. Tigers threatening here. They've had at least one runner on in every inning so far tonight. East Sac County could say the same thing here tonight, as they've had some base runners on, just not able to string together some hits. They did that in the first inning, but not able to do that since. There's a pitch going to miss low and inside to Vanessa, and the count is 1-0. Raiders are a team that can put the bat on the ball pretty well. Where they've struggled a little bit tonight has been just young in the pitching, and then with young defense. There's a stolen base for Josie, trying to stay on the bag as Aschinger keeps the tag on her. And Josie in with the stolen base. Count runs to 2-0 now on Vanessa. That was a good throw that time by Jamie Pierce, who's done a nice job behind the plate tonight for East Sac County. Pitch on the way. Misses up top from Steiger, and the count 3 balls and no strikes. Checking Twitter here real quick. No other updates beyond what I gave you. That pitch going to get away. It's going to be ball 4. Moving down to third, and then Vanessa will take second. They are going to throw down to second. That'll let Josie come in and score. So Josie Ayala will steal home. And that is going to make it now 9-2. So Vanessa walked, and then what happened is she went to second. Pierce threw it down to second. Aschinger applied the tag. Vanessa was in safely. But as the throw went down to second, Josie came in to score. And that is going to bring up now Cam Schabel. So Schabel will step in, grounded out to short in the first, then walked and scored in the third. That was Olivia Rowetter who came in and scored that run for her. Pitch on the way. This is low and inside right now to Schabel, and the count 1 ball and no strikes. Can hear the Carroll dugout starting to make some noise down here tonight. They've got to be happy with the way they played. There's a pop foul that's going to get on top of the dugout. Giving chase over there was Gustafson. She actually scrambles all the way into the dugout trying to track that one down. And the count runs to 1-1 now on Schabel. We will have our all rewind at softball and at baseball teams coming up following the season here tonight. Of course, we'll highlight the top players in our area here tonight. Or not tonight, but at the end of the season. We'll have our All Rewind All-Star festivities here at the Carroll High School Softball Diamond. There's a chopper foul up the third base side of the count 1-2. Planning on playing a slow-pitch softball game again for the All-Star part of it, because we'll have the baseball and softball kids mixed, and under state rules, we can only have the seniors participate in the All-Star game itself. That pitch going to get away down in the dirt. Ayala will move to third on the wild pitch. The count runs to 2-2. But all of the kids, 8th graders, freshmen, sophomore, and juniors that get named to the team can show up. We'll have a home run derby for both the baseball kids and the softball kids. Going to tweak it from what we had last year. Tried something different that the kids wanted to do last year. It didn't quite work quite the way we had all, including the kids that wanted it to. So we think we figured out a way to make what they wanted to do work and make it work a little bit better for our entire setup. So we'll do that. And, of course, we'll have our awards ceremony as well. Maybe try to figure out some other fun things for the kids to do. Pitch on the way. There is a chopper. That's going to be a base hit out in the left field. So Cameron Schabel with the RBI single. Vanessa Ayala will come in to score, and the Tigers have taken a 10-2 lead, and that's going to bring up Avery Burke. Avery tonight has walked. That was in the first inning. Moved up to second on a pass ball and was then stranded there. And then she singled it, driving in a run back in the third inning, and eventually came in to score. Rowetter will again come in to run for Schabel over at first base.
Number 16, Carly Menken.
Carly Menken now coming in to run as the courtesy runner. So Rowetter not running this time. I hadn't looked. I just saw her running out there. I just assumed he was going to use the same courtesy runner, but he didn't. Making a very good base runner as well. Kemper now up 9-3. That one in the top of the 7th inning over on KKRL. Nick's going to have an early night here tonight. Has to make his drive back up home. Of course, he lives in Ames, so anytime he comes back here, he's got a little over an hour drive to get back home. Pitch up top, and the count is 1-0, thanks to his lovely wife, Paige, to allow him to keep working for Carroll Broadcasting. You know they've got a family up there, and So we appreciate all the time that Nick can give us. 1-0 pitch misses low and inside. The count runs to 2 balls and no strikes. And I think a lot of my friends over the years that have helped us cover a lot of high school sports in our area. Jeff Hondo, Lonnie Miller, Steve Cook, Steve Newtsman even went and called a game. Him and Eric McCullough called a playoff game for us one time because we needed an announcer. 2-0 the count. Of course, everybody that's done color commentating over the years, we've had a ton of people do that. Not going to try to run through all those names. 4-pitch, a walk to Burke. And that is going to bring up now, looks like Gabby Oberding. Going to step in for the Tigers. So Oberding will hit for McKaylee Coffrin. Olivia Rowetter actually was the player that walked instead of Burke here a moment ago as well. So the Tigers getting some subs in the game. Cameron Schabel has, again, Mencken down at second base after her walk. First pitch up top, and the count 1-0 right now. Again, following this game, we'll have the Mackey Motors post-game show. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lick City. We'll talk with one of the coaches and one of the players from both teams, or 2 players from a team, or whoever comes up. 1-0 pitch misses, and the count runs to 2-0 now on Oberding. McKenna Steiger in the circle now for Esack County. Again, took over for Cammie Ross in that 3rd inning, in the bottom of the 3rd. Pitch on the way. That one is going to be ball 3. And they count 3 balls and no strikes. Steiger's going to have a really good career. She's a kid that's going to put in a lot of work. She's a soccer player, basketball player, good in both of those, and I think she's going to have a good future for her in softball as well. I just know the young lady just a little bit, but just in watching her play sports, she's going to put a lot of work in. That pitch is up top. There is a ball 4. So that is going to be a walk that will load the bases. 3rd walk given up here by Steiger. It looks like McKenna Vincent going to come and hit now for Kuhlman.
Batting for Kuhlman, number 10, McKenna Vincent.
And again, I'll give you my unofficial stats at the end of the night, but then we'll get the official stats from the coaches after the game. And we'll get that posted with our recap story on the Brinks Exterior Sports Report at sportsnet1380kcim.com. Of course, that's our new all-sports website. Check it out if you haven't done that. If you're an ESAC fan, we have an ESAC page. You can go and find anything that has anything to do with ESAC on there. Same with the Carroll Tigers. We've got a page for each of our 10 schools. We also have a page for every sport. So it's boys track, girls track, boys golf, baseball, softball, girls basketball, boys basketball. Chopper in front of the plate. They step on the plate for the force out and then the throw down to first. So a nice double play that time by Jamie Pierce. 2U, 2-3 for the double play. So they get Rowetter at home on the first end of that, 2U, 2-3. And now all of a sudden the Tigers have runners on second and third, but there are 2 outs here in the inning, and the batter is going to be Parker Adams. Tigers lead it now by a score of 10-2. We're here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. See Sumo sitting down here in front of me. So Steiger will step back in. She's given up just 2 runs since coming in. There's a pitch. That one's going to miss. Nice knockdown that time by Pierce. And the count 1-0. Adams tonight as a walked. Was eventually thrown out, or Brenna Goins was as her courtesy runner, thrown out down at 3rd. She is grounded out to 2nd and hit a sac fly out to left field, driving in a run. So she's 0 for 1 tonight with a walk and an RBI. Pitch on the way. That one in there for a strike, and the count is 1-1 now on Adams. If anybody wants to re-listen to any of our broadcasts, you can contact me, Jeff at carrollbroadcasting.com. I'll email you our audio from the games. There's a swing and a miss. If you want to re-watch and listen to this one, Tyler Bruner will re-podcast this one to YouTube and then I think out to Facebook That one might be later tonight or tomorrow by the time he uploads that one to Facebook. But it'll definitely be shared out to our YouTube channel, Carroll Broadcasting Sports Network on YouTube, later this evening after this game is over, almost immediate. 1-2 pitch misses, and the count runs to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Thanks to Tiff back in the studio monitoring here tonight, taking care of us when we had some technical difficulties here on Kick, and also monitoring the game over on KKRL tonight. Thanks to Lance Kuhn, came back and did some work for us before we got on the air tonight. 2-2 pitch up top, and the count runs to 3-2. Atlantic getting on the board over there in the baseball game, but it's a 9-3 Kemper lead top of the 7th. There are 2 outs. That is going to be ball 4, so Adams will walk. 4th walk given up here in the inning. And Cammie Ross is back in the circle.
Left fielder number 5, Brielle Hennard. Courtesy runner.
So Brenda Goins will come back in to run.
Courtesy runner for Adams, Brianna Goins.
So Cammie Ross again came back into pitch here a moment ago. Brielle Henners at the plate. Henners tonight has walked twice and has singled once. She's got an RBI and 2 runs that scored. There's a pitch in there for a strike, and the count is 0-1. Tigers with their 8th batter here in the inning. Been a tough night here for the Raiders so far, especially on the defensive side. That one's going to be a pitch to the backstop. There could be a play at the plate coming in to score, though. From third base is going to be a Rowetter. And the Tigers now lead it by a score of 11-2. Scoring on that wild pitch that time was Rowetter. Everybody going to move up. So you've got Goins now at second. Olberding's down at third. And the count is at 1-1 on Henners. Pitch on the way. That one misses low and away, and the count is 2-1. Base hit for Henners here could do some damage to East Saco. It would put pressure on them in the top of the 5th. Ross trying to get out of trouble here. 2 outs in the inning. That pitch will miss downstairs, and the count is 3-1. Ava Gross is waiting on deck. Pitch on the way. There is going to be ball 4, so that will reload the bases. 9th walk given up here tonight by Cammie Ross. 12 walks by ESAC pitching as Ava Gross will step in. Gross has reached on an error twice, scored once, stolen 2 bases, and has flown out to left field. Olberding at third. Goins on at second. Henners over at first. All of them run well. There's a chopper scooped up by the third baseman. Nice play that time over in that third base forward by the freshman Kendall Quirk. She steps on third base for the force out. And that is going to be the final out of the inning. Gross on with the fielder's choice, but the inning will come to an end for the Tigers. Carroll scores 3 in the inning. They lead it here by a score of 11-2. They get those 3 runs on 1 hit. There was no errors, and they leave 3 runners left on base. We'll step away, take a break. We've got the top of the 5th. That's coming up in 1 minute here on Kick 106.7.
Visiting the Paco Credit Union was the thing that started all this.
We had a lot of student loan debt, low credit scores for bad decisions we had made in our younger years.
We thought it was the point where you could never come back from it. We've always wanted to own our own restaurant, so I just kind of floated the idea like, oh, I found this food truck.
I was like, yeah, let's try it. Dupaco helped us so much with just putting everything together.
Definitely life-changing for us.
What we have right now would not have been possible without Dupaco Credit Union.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
Coon Rapids Bayard softball picking up a 21-2 victory tonight against West Harrison. Couple of home runs in the game for the Raiders, or for the Crusaders, I should say, here tonight as they continue to play good softball down in Coon. And again, that'll be part of our Brinks Exterior Sports Report. When I get done broadcasting here tonight, I'll tear everything down and head back to the office, and I'll get recap stories typed up from all of the area softball games. Tyler Bruner will type up all of our area baseball tonight, and we'll get all of that up. There'll be a softball Brinks Exterior Sports Report. There'll be a baseball Brinks Exterior Sports Report, and again, recaps with full stats from all of the area games here this evening. Got a conversation going on. I don't know if Carroll's making some changes here. All of the infielders standing in the circle, and I think it might just be everybody checking back in because I see Cam Shable out there with the ball, but Coach Gallagher's talking with the home plate umpire, so I think everybody that's subbed in and had somebody hit for him is coming in. Does look like McKenna Vincent down, though, at first base, so that is going to be the one change. Everybody else on the infield is the same, and the outfield... that looks like maybe Roeder out there in right field right now. Ayala stays in center. Hitters will stay out in left. So a couple of changes here in the ball game. For the Raiders here, they're going to bring up the top of the order. Emerson Mack, Mary Bontrager, and Meredith Brown. And the first pitch on the way from Shable, and that one is a pop-up on the infield, and it'll be caught by the first baseman Vincent. So 1 up and 1 down on 1 pitch. And that'll bring up now Mary Bontrager. Bontrager tonight has struck out swinging and grounded out to third base in her 2 plate appearances. Raiders got 2 in the top of the first. Carroll came back with 3 in the bottom of the first, 1 in the second, 3 in the third, and then 4 in the third, and then 3 in the 4th inning. They lead it right now by a score of 11-2. Pitch on the way up top. And the count is 1 ball and no strikes. Kemper Baseball picking up the win tonight, 9-3. Or 9-4 maybe the final. 9-6, I guess. I didn't realize they scored that many over there in the 7th inning. Pitch on the way. There's a fly ball out towards right center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Nice piece of hitting that time by Mary Bontrager. She'll pick up her first hit of the night. That'll be the 6th hit of the night for the Raiders. 1 out single by Bontrager, and it'll bring up Meredith Brown. Brown tonight has singled, stole second, and scored, and walked. Was eventually part of a 3U put out and a double play over at first base. So Brown will step in. Bontrager runs really well over at first base. Lights really starting to impact here tonight as the sun begins to set. There's a pitch in there for a strike. Runner goes, throw down to second, beater, and they're going to throw her out. Parker Adams continues to grow as a very good young catcher. Applying the tag, Vanessa Ayala. There are 2 outs here in the inning, and the count is 0-1 now on Brown. Tigers will have Josie Ayala, Vanessa Ayala, Cameron Shable due up, so 4, 5, 6 due up for them in the 5th. We're here on the top of the 5th. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Change up misses up top in the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, we'll have our Mackey Motors post-game show coming up following the game. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City. Check them out online as well at MackeyMotors.com. There's a swing and a miss, and the count 1-2. Again, a player and a coach from both expected to join us. Might be 2 players from ESAC. We'll see what they do here tonight. Pitch on the way. There is a line shot that is going to get off of Coffrin. Doesn't quite make it out to left field. That's a tough play over there for Coffrin. Right down the line, it short hopped on her. She had to try and backhand it. I'll go with a base hit. That's going to be a tough play, so a base hit for Brown. That'll be their 7th hit of the ball game. Runner now at first with a 2 out. Cammie Ross will step in. Ross tonight has struck out to swinging and grounded out down to first base. A 3U double play. There's a grounder back to Shavel. She'll scoop, score, and throws over to first, and that is going to be the final out for the Raiders here in the fifth. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left for ESAC at the top of the fifth. We'll head to the bottom of the fifth. Tigers on top, 11-2, back in a minute here on Kick 106.7.
At Carroll County Solid Waste, we deliver environmental services, such as recycling opportunities. You'll find our blue recycle containers at the park, the ball field, on Main Street, and at many summer events. We also have portable event recycling stands for you to borrow, free of charge for your summer gatherings. So while you're out enjoying the summer fun, look for us. We've got your recycling needs covered. We're Carroll County Solid Waste, delivering environmental services together.
From footings to framing to finish. For farm, home, or commercial, for more than 90 years, Wall Lake Lumber Company has been proud to help our communities grow. With 4 convenient locations and one of the largest building material inventories in the area, we are sure to be able to fill all your building needs. From project design and estimating to friendly advice, we can't wait to be part of the process for you. Wall Lake Lumber, with locations in Wall Lake, Lakeview, Odebolt, and Carroll. We're not your grandpa's lumberyard.
Coming to you live here from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Jeff Blankman with you tonight. Tiffany back in our studio. Thanks to Tyler Bruner. He's out on the landing out here running our video package here tonight, which is powered by New Way Auto Group down in Coon Rapids. You can find our video and audio broadcast available on the Carroll Broadcasting Sports Network YouTube channel. So go to YouTube, search Carroll Broadcasting Sports Network. Also go to Instagram, to Twitter, and to Facebook and search for Carroll Broadcasting Sports Network. And you can follow all of the new information that we post. You can also check it out online at sports.1380kcim.com. That's our all-new sports website that we debuted back in February. Josie Ayala will lead things off, followed by Vanessa Ayala and Cameron Shabel. First pitch up top to Josie, and the count is 1-0. Josie tonight has reached on an error and scored, flown out to center, and has singled and scored with a couple of stolen bases back in the 4th inning. Cammie Ross back in the circle here. Pitch on the way. It's going to miss behind Ayala. And the count is at 2 balls and no strikes. Appreciate everybody tuning in here tonight. Tigers have done a nice job here tonight. They've done a really good job outside of that Raccoon River Conference, and that's not saying anything about this team. That's just how tough that Raccoon River Conference is. Tigers 0-9 in the conference, but 9-3 outside of the conference, and they played some stiff competition out of the conference. Pitch on the way up top. 4-pitch walk to Ayala. 10 walks given up here tonight by Ross, and that'll bring up Vanessa Ayala. Vanessa tonight has double driving in 2 runs and then has walked twice and scored twice. But Josie putting on that extra padding when she runs over there at first base. Again, broke a finger during preseason drills, and this is just her 3rd game back from that injury. So you've got an all-state player that has missed most of the season. Pitch on the way. That is bunted foul behind the plate. And the count is 0-1 now on Vanessa. So that's the type of talent that Carroll has missed, with Josie Ayala not having been able to be out on the field so far this season. Just a tremendous player and a great young lady. 0-1 the count now on Vanessa. Pitch on the way. She'll swing it away. That's going to be a line drive. That's going to get to the left field corner. Josie with her speed is going to come around to score. Vanessa in with a double, and that is going to end the ball game here tonight, as the Carroll Tigers will win it by a score of 12-2 in 5 innings of play. So the Tigers pick up the victory here tonight against East Sac County in 5 innings. We'll step away, take a break. We'll be back with the first part of our Mackey Motors postgame next, right here on 93.7, on Kick 106.7.
At New Way Ford in Coon Rapids and New Way Auto in Jefferson, we make your vehicle buying experience stress-free. Our sales team will help determine your vehicle needs with options and features that you desire. Our finance team will explain financing terms and options best for each customer. Our service team is always here for you, from our Oil Changes for Life program to our exclusive warranty forever. We work to keep your New Way vehicle going long after the sale. Stop by and let our family help yours get into the next car, truck, or SUV.
Being a part of a team is not only fun, it can give our students a sense of identity and help them develop long-term relationships. This is Dr. Nate Luth, Next Generation Chiropractic. Student athletes, make sure you are taking care of your body before, during, and after the game. Proper warm-ups and cool-down are vital to staying on the field or court, and having regular chiropractic appointments can help reduce the risk of injury. Stay in the game by taking care of your body. Good luck to all area student athletes this season. Let's stay healthy and have fun.
St. Anthony Regional Hospital, the regional leader in healthcare, dedicated to improving the health of the people they serve. At St. Anthony Regional Cancer Center, you'll find the convenience of cancer and oncology consultation and treatment in one convenient location. At St. Anthony Clinic, you'll find a team of doctors and nurses that care about you and your family's health. St. Anthony Clinic is devoted to comprehensive health care for people of all ages. For every stage of life, always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
How durable is your roof shingles? Can your roof handle extreme conditions? Check this out. Look what happens when you ball up a shingle. Pound out at some, our competitor's shingle are ripped up and has fallen apart, while a Brink shingle, well, has easily held its own. If you're looking for a roof that comes with a lifetime guarantee, get a second opinion today. Call Brinks Exteriors at 515-789-ROOF. We won't break the bank. Call the Roof Pros at Brinks Exteriors, 515-789-ROOF.
At The Present Company, we will help you transition your home and wardrobe with the changing seasons. Hi, this is Andrea. Whether you're looking to get warm and toasty this winter, or it's time for a light and airy lift this spring, shop our collection of boutique-style clothing, gorgeous accessories, and purses. Add personal style to your home with unique home decor pieces that will warm your rooms from wall to wall. Infuse your home and your wardrobe with style from The Present Company in Audubon.
People want and deserve more comfort, efficiency, and reliability, both in their homes and places of work. Dries Company will be there to meet these challenges, whether we are designing a new system or servicing your existing equipment. We are a rapidly growing company that strives to meet and exceed all your expectations. No matter if you are looking to buy new appliances or need the help from one of our certified technicians, we are here for you. We pride ourselves in our installation and service. Dries Company, servicing the Carroll area since 1933.
Mackey Motors post-game show. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City. Jeff Blankman with you here tonight. And again, you can also check out Mackey Motors at MackeyMotors.com. Good performance for the Carroll softball team here tonight. Fell down 2-0 in the top of the first inning, but came back. Scored 3 in the bottom of the first, 1 in the second. Got 4 in the third, 3 more in the fourth, and then scored the game-ending run here in the fifth inning to pick up a 12-2 victory here tonight against the ESAC Raiders. For the Raiders, some struggles early defensively. Didn't do a bad job swinging the bat tonight. That's been one of their strengths this year. They picked up 7 hits against a very good pitcher in Cameron Chabel, but some defensive miscues early in the game. They had 2 errors in the first, 1 in the second. Had some probably close plays, and then the walks. They ended up unofficially walking 13 here tonight with just the 1 strikeout. So you give those errors early, then you give the extra bases, with the base on balls and stuff, and what happens is you start giving those extra base runners, and runs can add up in a hurry, especially with a Carroll team that does swing the bat well. The Tigers finished up tonight. I had them unofficially with just 5 hits in the ball game here tonight, but they put the ball in play, and they were able to create on the base pass. This is an aggressive ball club, and when you give them those kind of extra runners, they're going to be able to do it. This ESAC team, better than that now 2-11 record will indicate, just like I think Carroll at 10-12 overall is better than what that record indicates. I think ESAC's going to get things fixed, and I've always had a lot of respect for that coaching staff, and Coach Nutzman always does a really good job with this program. Coach Gallagher's kind of the same thing. Carroll kind of struggles a little bit in the conference, but when you're playing against teams that play year-round down there in the Des Moines area, and there's a lot of years where the state softball tournament in classes 3A and 4A are kind of dominated by the Raccoon River Conference, so that's who Carroll has to go up against in their conference, and they're not getting beat badly by a lot of those teams. There's been several of those games. The other night they were playing number one Winterset and were right in that game until late. So the Tigers have been playing good softball so far here this season. We're going to wrap up our video coverage tonight with Tyler Bruner. I'm going to step away, take a break. I've got Josie Elliott and Coach Gallegos making their way up. We'll hope to get somebody from East Sac County as well, but we'll start our post-game interviews. That's coming up for you right after this on at Kick 106.